guys, it's Jake here, Canadian Cutting Edge, and I've got two boxes today. I'm only going to open one of them in this video, and I'll add a second video that I'll post in a day or two, I guess. Depends on when I get the editing done. Because 3 or 4, maybe 5 knives is enough for one video. The way I do my unboxings sometimes takes a little bit longer, and I know a lot of you like to watch shorter videos. So I got this from White Mountain Knives. And this was shipped on the 30th of January, 30th of December. It's not even the 30th of January yet. It's just, the 14th, Friday the 14th. So that's good. The package that got stopped by CBSA, I was able to make arrangements. It'll be picked up at the end of January on the 27th, and then it's going to take like half a month to get to the recipient. So if all that is successful, then I'll make a video on how I did that. So that will help my fellow Canadians. If you get knives stopped at CBSA, I'll give you some tidbits of what I've learned, some instructions perhaps on how to accomplish getting it shipped back. Hopefully that works out just fine. Or I might just write a Google document instead of doing a video about it. And, if anybody emails me and asks questions, I'll just send them the link, or maybe I'll put the link on a video or whatever. And I'm starting to babble, aren't I? Let's get to the tabletop and take a look at what we got. Okay, this is the CIVIVI LUMI. It's been recognized as one of the best knife designs of 2021. So I forget where I saw that. I saw it on Instagram, but I forget who gave this thing an award. I've also got it in G10. This is the green micarta, and it really is quite a nice knife. And I'm a big fan of small knives. And let's get this one out. We've got QSP. There you go. Better Knife, Better Life. We've got another CIVIVI. We've got some small things. Something small by CIVIVI. And Bestech. Now this is the CIVIVI Key Bit. It's designed by Ostap, and he's my favorite knife designer. And so I figured I wanted to get this because this would be a great thing to put on my keychain, because sometimes you just want to, make an adjustment on a knife when you're out and about. And this has got a T8 and a T6, especially if you've got a two-son that doesn't have Loctite in the pivot. Oh, okay, there you go. Don't know why they've got a hole through the middle of the Torx. So T6 and T8. And let's see how good they fit. That's a very nice fit. That T8 fits in there very well. Let's get closer. Hopefully it'll focus. Focus. There you go. And I'm going to try to wiggle it back and forth. And I'm wiggling it as much as it goes. Just an ever so tiny bit. And the T6... very snug fit there as well. I like that. So much less chance of it stripping out. But then again, also, this is a CIVIVI, and they tend to have pretty good hardware. Very good, generally speaking. And yeah, that fit is just very, very nice. And so how does this work in here? Oh, okay. It goes in here. Did I get it? There we go. Magnetic in there. And so there you go. When you got the key ring in here, I'll just put it in. There, yeah, you get your thumb on there, and then you got some torque. So let's see. Yeah, that worked just fine. Yep. That gives enough torque to open and close it. And you've got some spare O-rings. There's an O-ring right here to help seal it up. And I think Bandit, no. I think this might be titanium, and you can get it in several colors. I just got the nice muted gray. So very nice. Happy with that. Quite happy indeed. What's it called? It's called the Key Bit. T6 and T8. So since we're on the CIVIVI roll, so let's open this. We've got the seal right here. Oh, put that over there too. This is the, here we go, the bow. I forget what color. Oh, here we go. Natural G10 black stonewash. I didn't make it to Walmart in the city. Our local Walmart doesn't have the dye, the synthetic dye that I want to use to dye the natural G10. Ooh, that opens very nice. This is Nitro V stainless steel. Just the size of knife that I like. Let's see, is this a 3-inch blade? I did watch a little bit. I hardly ever watch, what's their channel? I forget what channel the name is. I hardly ever watch videos, but I watched an American. They said they were needing to measure a blade length. Come on, focus over here. From the furthest point of the handle to the tip, and that's what they measure for if it's a 3-inch knife, not the closest point to the tip. So I don't know. I don't live where there's 3-inch rules, so I don't know. But if I measure it from the furthest point there, it's just the tiniest hair under 3 inches if I measure it from back here. So a little, even less than 3 inches if it's the closest spot. So this should be a knife that is safe to carry in places where you've got 3-inch laws. Of course, I'm not a legal authority where you live, so I don't know. I just know how I measured it. And if that's how they measure it where you live, then that's great. Yeah, I'm going to try to give this blue a nice royal blue like this matte is. And that'll just pop. That nice flat grind blade. BZ, who is that designer? What's that designer's name? It's not on here. I'll put it on the screen who the designer is. Nice alignment. Yeah, nice alignment. Good detent. Good action. You can see the brass or bronze cages for the ball bearings. There's a lanyard pin back here. Deep carry, flush screws. Very nice, very nice. I'm happy with that. So we've got 2 CIVIVIs. Let's move this over here again. Make some room on my surface that we've got. There we go. And of course, it comes in the CIVIVI pouch with all the normal stuff that you get in a CIVIVI pouch. A couple stickers, microfiber cloth. And the QSP. The QSP Phoenix. There you go. I got D2 blade, sand-colored G10 handle. Oh, I don't like these kind of boxes. You have to pull this tab out first. So I like to use a knife to do that because I tend to rip up the box if I don't. Okay, there's the QSP card that they always give, measurements and everything. This is a larger knife, of course. And I was hoping that this sand will also dye up nicely, the sand G10. Of course, it would end up darker than that, but that's just the way it is. Right and left pocket clip, and they've got a plate to fill in the side that you're not using. That's nice. I wish they would have used flush screws instead, you know, the way CIVIVI does. But, you know, that's okay. We've got a lanyard hole back here. Placement is not optimal for my thinking, because your hand is in like this, but this is a long knife. Even my extra large hands, they're just barely extra large though. The hole is back here, so the lanyard wouldn't be in the way. I don't use lanyards that much anyway, so it's not that big a deal. Oh, I got to zoom out again, don't I? There we go. So there we go. Backspacer with blocky jimping. It's about a third of the back there. We've got this very clear and uniform jigging kind of on the surface of the G10. Quite nice. By the way, I am going to see if I can dye this as well. Probably. We'll see. But probably. I might sell this knife when I'm done reviewing it. I do have to sell almost all my knives so that I have enough money to get more knives. If you want to support the channel, though, so I can do even more stuff, you can go to patreon.com/CCE, or below this video, beside where your subscribe button is now gray because you have subscribed, haven't you? If you haven't subscribed, hit that button too. There's a button that says join in blue. You can support the channel that way as well. Just click that and follow the instructions. Or, of course, Patreon. And who knows, you might get a chance to win this knife. At the beginning of every month, I do a random draw of all my supporters, and one of them wins their choice of the knives that I reviewed in the previous month. So that's kind of nice. I do sometimes keep a knife, like I'll be keeping this one after I review it. But generally, you get their choice of knives that I review, so that's very, very good thing. Back to the knife. Liner lock. There is some good skeletonizing in there. The liner lock release, I would like a little bit more room to get in there, but not bad. Alignment is good. Detent's good. Action's pretty good. It feels a little bit heavy, but it is a big knife. That's over 1/8 of an inch, and it's like 4 3/4 inches long, roughly. Let me see. 3 3/4, not 4 3/4. It's over 3 3/4 inches long, which is roughly 96 millimeters. This is D2 steel. Nice sharpness choil in there. This guy's got a nice sharpness choil too. That's nice. Yeah, nice blade. I really quite like this. That flipper turns into a very nice guard there. Feels like it's comfortable in hand. So I like this. This is a nice feeling knife. I really do like QSP knives a lot. Well, and CIVIVI. Those two brands are very, very high on my list. This last knife is the BG38B. I really wish Bestech would start putting their names on stuff. That would be really, really nice. See, at least I got to go get Bandit now, but at least QSP puts their name on the box. So that's nice. But yeah, I got to get Bandit and I'll be right back. If I leave Bandit in the living room when I'm recording over here, he feels like he's on guard duty and he has to guard everything. Like I was saying, Bestech, another brand that I'm a big fan of. I wish you'd put your name on stuff. This is the budget version of this. This is the Bestech Tulip. This is the slip joint version. There's also a frame lock version of this, titanium and M390 steel. Very wonderful knife. I really, really like this. I'm a big fan of little knives. And this guy, watch the review of this if you haven't seen it yet, if you didn't know about this. And they finally put out a budget version of this knife. So that means G10 and a budget steel. I didn't buy this when it first came out. It had been out for, I think, a year almost before I got it. This is also Ostap held, like the screwdriver kit there. So now we've got G10. This one's a liner lock. I was going backwards. Oh, it's slightly different. Let me see. Yeah. Instead of a top flipper like this one is, This one is truly a front flipper, so on the side of your thumb. So they've changed how it deploys. And this is 14C28N stainless steel, which quite nice indeed. And it's the same size. Hopefully I'm on camera. I'm not quite on camera. Sorry about that. If I was off camera for much of that. I'll move these things up here. So to get a little closer, we've got the same dimensions. Of course, we've got stainless steel instead of titanium there. But the blade shape is all the same. And nice, very nice budget steel. Liner lock G10. Back spacers the same. When I do the review, I'll weigh these and see how close they are in weight. It almost feels like this G10 one is a little bit lighter. There's just a little piece of a liner in there, so it's inset liner that's been skeletonized as well. I do kind of wish that this was the same top flipper. You can use it as a front flipper as well, but not so much. This is mostly, you know, a top flipper. And this one's a front flipper because the front side here is used. I'd really like to hear the story about why they changed that. I will talk to Ostap and see if he knows why the factory did that. I don't know if it was his decision or the factory's decision. I suspect it was the factory's decision on why they changed how that blade is deployed. So being how small it is, let me see if I can do it quickly. Yeah, you can quickly do it. It takes a little bit of wrist action too. And maybe I can clean up in there because it's not very free sliding. I think the lock arm might have a little more tension than it needs, maybe not. Good access to the lock release though. Perfect alignment. Very light. There is no lanyard option for this. Like if you wanted to put something like this on a keychain, no, sorry, you can't do that. But I'll test the pocket clip and everything. I'll test everything here and see what we think of it. Come on, boxes, stay there. So what do we have? We've got the Bo by CIVIVI. We've got the CIVIVI, I keep forgetting what it's called, Bit Kit, Key Bit. The CIVIVI Key Bit. And we've got the Phoenix. And we've got the Tulip budget version in G10. And it comes in several colors. I decided to get the bright red one. So there we go. And in my next video, I'll do the other unboxing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for supporting the channel. If you are a supporter of the channel, thanks for sharing the video with your friends. And remember, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb. Bye for now.